So today we're talking about airdrops. The what, the how, the when, the why, and then the where. So let's discuss. What are airdrops? So airdrop may consist of two separate words that are merged to one. So you have air, then you have drop. So we already know what air is. Then we have what it means to, this is something, you are dropping it, right? Now, airdrop, we want to explain airdrop in the crypto context, and then in the non-crypto context. In the non-crypto context, airdrop is simply ways where you drop things, maybe food materials, maybe medical reliefs, or anything that could be of help to a particular group of people in situations or conditions where it would have not been possible for them to receive them. So what I mean, those situations, it could be the time of war, or maybe there is no access to road, or maybe it could be legal stuff like maybe you are not allowed to drop those kind of things in those kind of countries. So there are times where in certain countries they drop maybe religious materials in those countries via airdrop. So via parachute. That is in the non-crypto context. In the crypto context, airdrop is simply the way where individuals receive tokens under certain parameters. We will explain those parameters. Parameters like completing a task, or there is a particular fork that is happening in the system, or whatsoever. So there are many sources. So that is what an airdrop is. So the question of who. So the question of who is in two aspects. Who can participate in an airdrop, and then who can organize an airdrop. So who can participate in an airdrop? Any person can participate in an airdrop. All you just have to do is to meet the qualification. So if it says, okay, you have to have that particular coin or whatsoever, or you have to do this, once you meet that, you become a person that is eligible to participate in that airdrop. Now, the other question of who can organize an airdrop? A coin can organize an airdrop. An ICO can organize an airdrop. A blockchain project can organize an airdrop. Any project can organize an airdrop. So any person can participate in an airdrop. Any agency, crypto project or whatsoever can organize an airdrop. Okay, the other question is why. So the why question. Okay, why airdrop? Now, the reasons for airdrop, they differ from platform to platform. Now, for the platform that is organizing an airdrop, one reason could be maybe they want to raise awareness about the project, or maybe there is a fork that is happening in the system. But most of the time, the number one reason why a crypto project will organize an airdrop is to raise awareness about the project. So it could involve things like join our Telegram group, retweet for every tweet or retweet you do, you earn certain amount of tokens, or maybe just anything. We are paying you, do this, do that, and you get. So the main goal is to drive awareness for that particular project. So the reward, rather than going to a media house and you want to raise awareness through the newspaper or through the TV media or digital media or Facebook and all whatsoever, why not give it to individuals to raise awareness about your project? And from the way I see the future, airdrops are going to be the next wave of marketing. So airdrop are going to be the next wave of marketing. And we don't really know how many coins are possible to be created in the world. But the way I see it, airdrops are going to be the way of marketing. That if you have a project, like you have thousands of crypto projects, just take your coin after the ICO, before the ICO, just maybe within every 30 months, raise awareness through YouTube or whatever. So that is the why, to raise awareness. So the question is when. So the win is in two aspects. You have the win for the individual who is participating in the ICO, and then the win for the institution or project that is organizing this ICO. For the individual that is participating in the ICO, you just have to be on the outlook for the crypto project. So there is always a time limit. This is when we are doing this airdrop, and this is when it's actually ended. So the when differs from project to project. Just keep abreast and always know that. And then the when for a crypto project differs. So a platform can decide to do airdrop anytime. Maybe they are running an ICO, they could decide to do an airdrop before the ICO, after the ICO, or maybe they could schedule it like want to be airdropping doing airdrop every 6 months, so they can decide to be doing airdrop any interval depending on the time they actually want. So it differs from time to time. So the other question is, where can they do an airdrop? Well, they could publish it on a website. They could publish it on other websites. The where it differs. They could announce it maybe when they go from conferences. They could do anything, that. Or maybe they could announce it through an exchange, maybe on BINANCE. Just put it on the top and say, okay, this is the airdrop we're doing. Get involved, that. So that is the way we have the way like how they raise awareness. The another way has to do with how can someone actually participate. So there are stuff like hardware wallets and then offline wallets, because you have to have certain amount of tokens if the airdrop requires that. Now, if you don't have, you must have things like maybe my Ether wallet. Then there are some exchanges that don't actually support an airdrop. Maybe the airdrop through hard fork and all that. Most of the times, the exchange does support airdrops through hard fork. So if you don't, you always keep in touch with that particular exchange. That is in specifics to hard forks or whatsoever. From when we take a snapshot of the blockchain at a particular time. So the way you have an exchange, then you have other wallets like MyEther wallets where you have hold of the private keys. And then how you can actually participate in an ICO. So how do you participate in an airdrop? So I put this there. To participate in an airdrop, these are the guidelines you have to follow. The first thing is you have to do your own research on the ICO or the airdrop project. So since many of these ICOs are actually doing an airdrop, it could be worth less tokens. So you want to do your own research if that stuff is actually true or not, because doing your research is what's going to determine if you resell your coins immediately, or for you to, that's what is going to help you evaluate and see that this airdrop stocks you actually got was the real deal or not. So always do your own research, because there are many platforms that when they ask for your things like email or whatever, since most of them are not regulated, it could be very, very disastrous. Number 2 is create separate email for airdrops. So it will not be advisable for you to use the email you are using for maybe cryptocurrency exchange, or you're using for your daily business. That is what you are using for airdrop. Create a separate email, a separate maybe MyEther wallet for airdrops. Note that. Another thing again is create a different ERC20 token address for airdrops. I'll say that. Check the website. You want to check the website thoroughly and see if it's actually worth it. Check the website, check the white paper and all that. Number 6, do not give much info about yourself. So I think they should not be asking for more than your email and maybe your name and all that. So be careful of information you give. And then number 6, always remember that nothing is free. So if they are giving you free stuffs, know that they want something back. And you have to be very, very clear on what they want back. So if you do all this, if you understand the why and all that, you'll be able to get the platforms for you you'll be able to know how you can actually participate in an airdrop. So I will put the links below where you can get the information so that you don't miss the right legitimate airdrop. However, if you've not subscribed to this YouTube channel, I plead with you, please subscribe, like this video, and share this video with your friends. Thank you. Bye.